Okay, due to a number of requests for an after articulation video, I went ahead and parked on top of my little dirt mounds and give you a look at how the Rubicon Express 2.5-inch suspension wheel travel is. Of course, this is with the sway bar connected in the front. Now remember, this is with no track bars, front or rear. And of course, with the sway bar connected, you know, yeah, with the hard top on, it sits a little different than in the other video with the hard top off. But you can see that the front wheel is not allowed to drop far enough, and it does cause the rear to go up in the air quite a bit. Let's see if I can back up and not fall in this ditch. But that's the after with the front sway bar connected. I'll go ahead and disconnect the front sway bar, and of course I still need some bump stops, but that'll be after the axle swap. But I'll go ahead and disconnect that front sway bar and park back on the hill again, and you'll see the difference that it makes by the front axle being able to drop down further. The Jeep will sit a whole lot more level. Okay, and with the sway bar disconnected, you can see the Jeep sits completely different. Of course, with the weight of the hardtop, it does lean a little more than it did when I tested it with the hardtop off. I should have took pictures of that then. But side view, I mean, you can kind of see the Jeep still is sitting a lot more level. And I had less trouble with the open diffs getting up on this hill. See, the rear articulation still the same, but now the rear tire's on the ground. So if I had a locker, it would be a lot more effective. And the front wheel is stuffed all the way up inside that fender. I don't know if you can see that. I think the sunlight's going to affect it too much, but it's about a 1/4 inch from making contact with the top of the fender right now, but some bump stops will take care of that. I just want to keep it about 1 inch off the fender. Let's see. So there's the front suspension at full droop, and front suspension fully compressed. And as you can see, well, I hope you can see, the bump stop is probably about 1.5 inches from contacting the axle. So we're going to have to extend those down. We'll work on that when we do the axle swap. Well, at least you can see the longer brake lines I installed, as well as those little brackets I fabbed up. And the rear suspension, there's plenty of clearance. I could take a heat gun and heat this up and flare this out just a little bit more to make sure that it never makes contact, but it's fine for right now. Let's go ahead and look underneath the rear. Maybe you can see rear suspension fully compressed, and rear suspension at full droop. I apologize for the wind and for the sun glaring in the camera from time to time. I don't have the money for a really good camera right now. But there you go. There's the after with the front sway bar disconnected. Thank you for watching.